shoot.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Please welcome two of the best in the business. One lives in the land of cheese, and the other in the land of 10,000 lakes. This is the Northern Border Banter Podcast with your hosts, Trent McKenzie and Brant Bender.
And here we go, here we go.
I'm going to run through a wall. I'm going to run through a wall.
You know what I want to do?
What's that?
I want to do some smelling salts. That's what we should be doing before every episode.
1 second. I'm trying to
Get our head right.
I think it's a good idea.
I want to buy some. I'll send you some over in the old Amazon.
I think it'd be a good idea, especially having a kid.
Oh, yeah.
But honestly, even without that, I would just always do them, I think. I get addicted to them. I go out to the bar and shit, be like, do you drink? No. I don't think I'm good.
I'm just here to smell.
I'm just here to sniff shit.
It's super hyped the whole time.
That's right.
Whoa, Trent. Wow.
Good old mosh pit is back. It's the last one.
You can't do that. You can't do the same beer back to back. That's against the law.
Shit. Well, then don't look at my spotted cows, okay?
Well, you're fired. This is awkward. We have to do this on air, but it was a good run. We made it 15 episodos.
Just tell everyone I failed the piss test. All right. Say I pissed hot. I was using. We don't like that in the show, or you don't like that in the show.
Yeah,
I'll say it as a producer. No one has
that's
to know
not our brand. That's not us. So back with the old Surly. Do you remember what you gave that?
7.2, 7.3 was around there. Yeah, I like it.
It was 7.2.
Yeah, I don't fuck around.
I got something for you.
What's that? The rest of my dill pickle beer. No, it was nice.
Oh, my dad texted me. He's like, I'm glad you don't like it because I did buy a 4-pack and I have 3 left. I was going to share with you, but now he loves it. I don't know.
Does he really? I'm not surprised.
I don't know how anybody can love that stuff, but he does.
Well, now I got to try some. You know that, right? Now I got to try some.
You will. Look at this one.
Utica Club. Ooh.
Pilsner Lager Beer.
Well, look at that.
Pure.
What's that say on the top?
What does it say?
Something about Prohibition?
Oh, the first beer sold after Prohibition. Yep.
Oh, wow. So this guy tastes really good, huh? That's an old-ass beer.
I'm sure. Aged to
dad
perfection.
joke. Horrible dad joke. Hashtag no friends.
Yes. All hail the first beer sold after Prohibition. For 13 years, it was illegal to sell, brew, and consume alcohol in the United States. I read that wrong.
So you're really focusing there.
The West End Brewing Company who makes this. So, it's a really old beer. Yeah, it's a cool website. If you go on their website, it shows like the history of it all, the old cans and everything.
Yeah.
Because I do like the way this can looks. I don't know, looks kind of. I like the.
I do like it.
Look, but
it's like the Glick colors.
A little bit. Ooh.
Isn't it Glick like gold?
No, it was silver.
Piss? Oh, never mind. No, I'm talking about
Glicks.
Yeah, Glicks, dude.
I thought it was silver. I swear the can was silver.
Let me look this up. Maybe you're right. No, anyway, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Call in if you have anything to say about this.
Yeah, phone lines are open. 612-911.
Do you think we ever could do this on Facebook live stream?
Yes. Yep.
Through Riverside?
Yep. Yeah, there's a whole button for it and a tutorial. It's pretty easy, actually. So we could do it every night live.
Well, let's do it. Let's do it 7 nights a week.
You want to do one next week? Because actually next week we're going to be we can't do it Wednesday night again either due to scheduling
because you're a popular mofo. That's why. Who are you going to see again?
I don't want to
tell me
this.
Tell me. You know what? Some guys may bust your balls, but I won't.
Okay. Imagine Dragons concert Wednesday night.
That's
You
cool.
know what the worst part is though?
What, all the girls gonna be all over you?
Yeah. That's gonna be tough. That's gonna be the hardest part for sure. But it's right during one of my fantasy drafts, and the one that I I spend the most on.
Oh, that's
So,
good.
I know. Fuck. I was gonna text you and be like, "Hey Trent, what are you doing next Wednesday night? Can you do this auction draft for me?" It's a keeper league too, so I got one keeper. But you can trade auction dollars. So and then last year I had the best team. I should have won the whole thing, and I had the highest point total score the whole time. And then was it the semifinals? Team shit the bed. Actually, George Pickens went off on me. It was that week. Yep, he put up like 40 fucking points or something. But anyways, that knocked me out. And then the next week, like I won third place. And then of course, if I was in the finals, I put up the high score like every week in the playoffs, except for that's just how fantasy football rolls, though. Anyways, but now I don't know.
People that don't play don't understand how much it hurts, how much commitment you put in. Anyway, go on.
I was wheeling and dealing in that league too. I was trying to make a push. So
you always in everything you do, you will and deal, baby. You always push as hard as you can. Everything you do in life. Okay. Like what are you doing before the show? What are you doing before the show?
I just woke up. What were we talking about though? Oh, I gotta rate this beer first of all.
What do you get?
It's very glick like where it's basically water, and it's
that's your baby though.
It is. It's not bad, honestly.
Yeah.
It does have that kind of Miller Lite aftertaste, which I don't really like. It's a super light beer, but it has a little bit of that. Because Miller Lite's a light beer as well, but it kind of tastes, a little heavier to me, at least. This one's kind of the same, but it's way lighter than Miller Lite's aftertaste, but it's still there. I can taste it. That being that, whoa, my brain just froze. Anyways, I'm gonna give that 6.8.
Whoa, that's a quality beer.
It's not. It's solid. It's solid.
We'll take it. And
that being said, that's what I was trying to say. Holy shit. I should have woke up a little earlier before the show. Anyways, good beer, solid beer. Interesting history. I like that history. Utica, New York, of course. That's where this is brewed in. East Coast brew again. I think I had a different beer from Utica earlier in the show, too. Anyways,
I think we did as well, actually.
It's 5.0%. So
it's a fiver.
Yeah, it's light, but it's
got a little kick.
Not as light.
That's right, man.
So Trent, tell me about your weekend. I seen you had a big weekend.
I did have a big weekend. We went to the Dells with the in-laws. I shouldn't say we. Me and the family went. Me, my two kids, a little newborn, and the wife. What?
How much do you like the Dells? Are you a Dells guy?
I don't mind the Dells. I do like the Dells. This year is kind of different because we had a newborn, and I did my kids, they're not really into swimming yet. They're not like my big girl, she'll go in the water, whatnot. My boy, Logan. He isn't. He'll wear the swimming suit for 14 weeks straight, but he won't go in the water. Yes, she did step into the pool for a little bit. Nice. But the cool thing with the Dells is that it is like Las Vegas. It's like the Las Vegas of water parks. Is that the right way to put it? I would say.
Yeah.
But there's
that makes sense.
A lot of other stuff we do besides just go to the water parks, like the arcades, golf, mini golf, a lot of mini golf, a lot of
You guys do did you guys do some mini golf?
I didn't, not this year. I'm looking forward to when we can go mini golfing or whatnot. But I did go regular golfing for the first time, I think, ever on a course. Oh God, it was. That was your
first time ever?
Yeah, of course. I never really wanted to do it before. I was always afraid to, So I just, because I knew I would suck, and I did. And it was funny because
you never go,
Well, and it's funny because like halfway through, I'm starting to feel pretty good anyway. We went early in the morning, and we a couple holes in. I'm like, we played 18, whatever. But like halfway through, man, I was fucking dying. It was hot too, and I felt like when it was like 10:30, I thought it was 5 o'clock. I was like,
Yeah.
But halfway through, I figured, like, I'm just going to use a driver for everything. So I had my driver and my putter. It was great.
Yeah.
Besides just that, what are you using? I'll use one around there, So figured it out. Good time. Zipped around the golf cart,
Yeah.
Besides that, though, a lot of go-karts. That was freaking, I love the go-karts.
Oh, yeah. There's a ton of tracks there, too.
Yeah,
right?
there are a ton of tracks. And it's fun because I bring my boy with, Logan. So he loves riding with me. So I went on two this time. 2 different tracks because there's multiple ones there to choose from because they were all planning, like, oh, this one or this one. I don't care. Like, I'll go to any. I don't care what one we go to. I'm just excited. Let's just go. I don't care what the plan is. I just roll with it, because I'm like, whatever we're gonna do and make the best of it. And both times I rode with my boy, and he just like, they had the 2-seaters, so Dad gets in first, and like I'm in there, and then Logan's just, he's off to the side like this, kind of, I'm like, you good, buddy? Yeah, Dad, I'm good,
Yeah.
Just smushed in there. It's funny because the first one, like I don't half-ass it either. I'm like, I'm gonna show this boy a good time, and I don't touch get the brake away from me. You know what I mean? So I floor it, the first time, and like the first time I kind of like really just said F it, I went on the corner, and it is, you don't let off. Like there was a few people that let off as we're going around the turns and stuff. I'm like, fucking Christ. So I went around him, and there was another guy, my wife's little nephew, like the whole time he's trying to pass me up. I won't let him get by me,
Good.
yeah. But there was, at the first time I really just said, I'm going to go for it, I'm like, oh God, I hope Logan was okay with it. Look over, I just see him. He's just loving life, That was a fun one. And then the next one was like a Mario Kart theme. It was in a place, it was Yeti something. Like it was like the Yeti complex or Yeti something, because there was like Yeti mini golf. And then this place was also in there. It was like by downtown Dells. And then I never would have thought that was Mario Kart. I'm like, why you have the Yeti here? Like, it's too bad they couldn't like tie it together more, but it was kind of cool because, you have the question marks in the road or whatnot. Like you drive over those, you get points. And then, or if you drive over these, they slow down your car for like 10 to 15 seconds,
Oh,
and that was fun too, because I'm like, just still have a zip around it, because I was thinking like, oh shit, I'm hoping I can kind of go fast in this one, because when I got into that one, it was the same as the last place, like me and my boy, and there's the main seat and the little one. It's just like, it's not, I tell you one thing, it's not for 2 adults. It is not, because that one's horrible, because my foot was on the gas, which is great, but my left like hip was up, so I couldn't really touch the brake. So, but we fit in there. You don't tell them that though. You want to go no matter what.
Yeah.
You're good. I'm like, oh, I'm great, man. Don't worry about it. So I'm just like, my leg is up here. Like my leg is up here. Shit, as I'm driving, making it work. But that was a good one too, because there's a big straightaway stretch at the end. You go straight down the hill essentially, and you get a little speed boost right before it. And that was one of those prime times when you don't touch the gas. Or don't touch the brake. A lot of people did it. But no, you grab that wheel and you jerk it. These things aren't going to flip. They make them so they can take a beating, Yeah. And that was another one where you look over and Logan's just, because at first I almost lost my hat, so I had to flip it around, People thought I was they probably thought I was trying to be cool, which I'm going to have to try, But, dude, I would have lost a hat. We're zipping around. Anyway, it was a good time, dude. I'm excited for next year. Bumper cars.
Well, I was going to say, when are you and I going to go?
That's a good question. When are we going to go?
Screw the kids.
Yeah, screw the kids.
Let's go go-karting.
I love that. That's a great idea. I would go-karting with you the whole weekend. We get some golf in. We get a nice dinner. We should go to Lazy River. Yeah,
we should see how drunk we can get before they notice and don't let us on the go-karts.
Well, F you. Off to the next go-kart track.
Yeah.
Thankfully, there's a lot of them.
As we drive there.
We'll drive there. Yeah, fuck you. I'm going to drive the next one.
We'll bring our own go-karts.
That's right.
We'll just get on there.
I'm taking one of these go-karts, actually.
I do love the Dells, though, dude. It is fun.
Yeah,
even
super fun.
Going as an adult, it's kind of like going to Disney as a kid or as an adult, though. It's not, though.
Yeah.
It's because late at night, there isn't any kids anyways. And then the last time I went was I don't know, it was like 3, 4, 5 years ago. And I just went with my buddy Scott and his wife and my girlfriend at the time, and it was fucking fun as shit. Dude.
Yeah, it is. It's a great time.
Yeah, so we were all drunk going down the water slides and stuff.
That's fun. Yeah,
good time. Have you ever been? Did you guys go to the House in the Rock? It's over by the Dells.
You know what? Honestly, I haven't yet. I heard people talk about it.
And you gotta go.
There was a point, like even Dana brought up, like in the past, or it's on the list. It's gonna happen.
The kids will absolutely love it, dude. It's like the guy was a kid when he built that whole thing, and it's like kid size too. It kind of sucks for some part of it. Like he was a shorter guy, so his house is really short, like the old original part. But then everywhere else, so yeah. But he's like a collector of like everything. So he has like giant warehouses full of just random stuff. One is like a carousel horses and carousels. Like,
I remember you telling me about that.
Yeah, it's
I do want to. Yeah, that place will be seen eventually. Yeah. So
that's a good trip when you're there. And there's some other caves and stuff too. That was always cool when I was a kid to go those there. But anyways,
caves are always cool, man. I've been in a cave for a while.
Yeah, dude. I know. I always liked going there too. I should have went. There's a bunch here because they're in the mountains here. But
maybe you guys should go to a cave when you get back.
Dude, let's do it.
Me and you. We'll bump into some class trips. How you dudes doing? We like going to caves.
Yeah, we're cool. What's up?
What's
up? You know what else is going on, Trent? That's kind of a big deal too.
What's that?
State Fair today, Minnesota State Fair.
Holy shnikes, that is going on right now, isn't it? I always forget about that.
Are you a fair guy? You like the fair?
We've been going every year since the kids, since we've been together, I feel like, except for 1 year, maybe 2.
COVID.
Yeah, but even then, like.
You did the drive one?
Yeah. Did you? How about you? You a big fair guy when you're up here?
I love the fair. Yeah. I love it. It's
food
and beer. It's definitely like, I was thinking about that because I don't know, a couple weeks ago, they're talking about it on K-Fan or whatever. I was like, oh, it is that time of year. It's perfect time for the fair too. It's like summer's over, kids are going back to school. It's one last like party, not really a party, but I just like everything. I don't know. There's a ton of people. Like I'm a guy that has to take a day off during the week because going on the weekend,
sucks ass, dude.
I'm dealing with that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So
especially when it's hot.
I just like everything there. The animals, all that stuff too. All the food though, that's number one by far.
It's always a good time. I still have never been to the grandstand for a concert. I haven't.
Man, I don't think I have either.
I feel better now.
Yeah, maybe next year they'll have somebody good. I looked this year. I don't think there's anybody really, really good. Maybe we can do that next year or something.
I'd be down. Plan something.
Figure it out. Yeah,
we'll figure it out.
We got a whole year to plan.
That's right. Whole year.
But
be back where it belong. Anyway,
maybe we should start the show.
We got a show here, don't we? Yeah, let's do that here.
Sports.
Sports and sports.
I don't got any NBA news. I don't got nothing. I think they're kind of actually on vacation now, right?
Yeah, there's nothing really much. I mean, Edwards made that comment I saw recently about
what did he say?
Anthony Edwards comment. He's talking about the talent, just how players nowadays have a lot more talent than they did even when Michael Jordan was playing, and how he was Michael Jordan was the only guy with talent during that time. And then that's why, like when Kobe Bryant came on, that he was the next one, kind of like whoa, and wake people up to like their athleticism, their talent, their ball handling skills or whatnot. So I don't know, just talking like a young 20-year-old kid, pissing off people in different generations.
I don't know
surprise, Edwards says something Edwards says something that's controversial. Yeah. Like he never talks.
There's a lot of good players back when Jordan was playing, though.
Oh yeah,
a lot. I don't know if I don't see anything else NHL wise either. Wild have been. It's quiet time for all these teams. They're gearing up though.
Yeah, dude. I heard.
Gearing up.
Yeah. Spurgeon Wynn was signing some autographs tomorrow, I think. Wynn. You're a big Spurgeon fan. I told you. You always
Jared
tell me
Spurgeon. I hate him.
Or Spurgeon Wynn. Jared
I don't
Spurgeon.
like.
Sorry,
He's
I go
a
back
good
to
person.
Vikings.
He's a good person. Good guy.
Isn't he tiny though too? He's a little dude.
Yeah, for a defensive man, I do not. I'm not a fan of those type of defensive men unless they can score 30 goals a year, and he can't do that. So
I like it.
So I don't like him.
Me either. F you, Win or Spurgeon.
I was trying to look at the Wild schedule when it starts. I was looking the other day because I think
it's October, right?
NBA, yeah, the NBA and NHL start like pretty close together.
Yeah, which is always
Thursday, October 12th against the Stanley. Oh no, this is last year's schedule. Way to go, Brant. Well, anyways, we know it starts in October, so
it's around. We got a couple of months, folks. Calm down. We got you. We'll let you know when it starts.
Fine. We'll be fine. We'll talk about it. Maybe we'll find a guy that's into hockey and wants to come on the show.
I like that. Maybe we will. Maybe we'll talk to Spurge.
The coverage on these websites pisses me off every day. Anyways, NBA I think is a little bit later in October, I believe.
Sounds about right.
See if I know they just actually posted the NBA just came out with their schedule for this year like 2 weeks ago. It's funny how they do that. Oh my God. I hate that some websites are really good. Some websites are terrible. That's usually how it works anyways.
You said it.
Yeah, looks like October, end of October is Timberwolves season opener as well. So, all right, on to baseball because that's going on right now. Our Minnesota Twinkies, Trent.
That's right, baby.
71-56 now.
They're 15 over, huh?
Yeah,
good for them.
Yeah, it's a lot, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. It's getting close. We are only 2 games behind Cleveland. Cleveland has been in trouble lately. They've lost a lot of games.
I think it happens every year.
That's all I got. They lost a lot of games.
That's good. That's true.
I had all this info in front of me, and I accidentally clicked off of it. So this is not important at all.
Disagree.
Yeah. But Cleveland, I think, they're 5-5 in their last 10. But they're on a 2-game losing streak. They've been in trouble because the Twins are only 2 games back now. And also, Kansas City is hot, and they caught up to the Twins, and they're tied with the Twins right now. So we're tied with Kansas City for second place in our division, second place in the wild card. But that puts us in third place, and I think in the wild card. And we're only 3.5 games from being out of the playoffs now.
Yeah,
Boston is right behind us. It makes me really nervous. Yeah,
I remember when it used to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years ago. He's like, "Oh, Kansas City, that city needs something. They need something. Go Royals, go Chiefs, do something." Now I was like, you know what? You guys got the Chiefs. You can suck it. You're the guy. Did they win the World Series, or did they just get there?
They won it.
The Royals, they won it. Yes, they won it as well. So fuck them. They're fine.
Yeah,
I don't care about no more small market, blah blah blah. You know?
Yeah, nope.
You had your time.
No, it's our turn for something.
That's right, baby. You and your Minnesotans, man.
Twins are 6-4 in their last 10, though. Who do we just play? Texas. We took 3 of 4. We could have swept them. That would have been huge. We'd have been 1 game back behind Cleveland if we swept them. But of course, then we lost 3 straight after that. We lost the last game of Texas, and then we lost the first 2 of San Diego, which we should have won one of those. We blew it. Our bullpen blew it. But I think that was the game Bailey Ober actually pitched again, and he's been still lights out. The kid has found that changeup, and it's a game changer. It's funny because I was watching this clip of Barry Bonds and Greg Maddux break down each other's at bat against each other, and I was looking, and Greg Maddux had the same type changeup as Bailey Ober, or Bailey Ober has the same type changeup as Greg Maddux right now. It does that same thing to left-handed hitters. It just drops out of the zone, tails away, and they'll tail in on righties. But anyways, that was a great clip to watch actually, because Barry Bonds was totally new. It was funny because Greg Maddux was explaining what he was thinking, and Barry Bonds was explaining what he was thinking, and Barry Bonds was like spot on of what Greg Maddux was thinking. So Barry Bonds knew exactly what Greg Maddux was going to do, and Barry Bonds crushed a home run off of him in that.
That's awesome.
It was a cool little clip, but this baseball, that's what I loved about baseball, the mental part of it too.
Yeah.
Just like guessing, a lot of guessing, but it's like a lot of educated guesses when you're hitting and when you're pitching. It has to pitching. Be. Yeah. I was always trying to think what they were thinking and get inside their head and try to do the opposite of what they're looking for, stuff like that. But
yeah, it's fun, dude, because even if you do know exactly what they're going to throw, like that's what separates them even more. Ball players are going to actually play the game. Like, just, it's so fun just to like sit like behind the plate or just watch the ball, watch how fast it comes, the decision making.
Yeah.
Like you said, the chess game, like within the game right there, like the guessing part of it, we also got to hit it and time it out. It's something else, man. Like baseball's super fun. You got to have patience for it.
I know. That's why I'm pro Barry Bonds in Hall of Fame and A-Rod and all those guys, even if they're on steroids. I don't know if that helped them really. I don't think it did. And everybody else was on it anyways in that time. I think they're just good hitters regardless.
Yeah.
Maybe it made them get some more home runs.
Yeah.
I would say that, but
yeah,
you still have to make contact. So
I can understand that viewpoint, because
I don't know.
I was always the one saying, "Oh, they cheated," but like you said, like, I mean, a lot of them did. Not that it's an excuse, and like they still have to hit the ball. They still need hand-eye coordination. You know.
Yeah, I go back and forth, but I'm pro putting those guys in the Hall of Fame, and I'm pro Pete Rose in the Hall of Fame too.
It's because you're badass. You're like a red-blooded American man, baby. You don't fuck around.
I did watch that. There was a new documentary on HBO about Pete Rose. It's like, man, I feel like it was like 6 episodes long. But it was pretty interesting. It was good. Kind of showed his whole, like, who he truly is.
Yeah.
But I don't care. I don't care that he bit on baseball. The guy has more hits than everybody in the entire MLB. That doesn't matter if you bet on baseball or not for that.
And that's the thing too. Didn't he only bet in his own team to win? Or am I right or am I wrong?
He says that, but I don't believe it. Like, especially after watching that documentary, I don't believe anything he says. He probably bet on it way more than we actually know.
Yeah.
Because he definitely lied a lot. He's kind of a liar, but he's also like
a politician. Just kidding.
Yeah, he'd be a great politician. but he's also he also has a ton of stories, so it's hard to decipher the truth with him. It seemed like,
yeah,
but at the same time, him getting all those hits have nothing, and the way he played the game. Charlie Hustle, like, that was Pete Rose. That's why they came up with that. Like, he was a beast, man. I still love him. I love him, just his personality, minus like the lying and stuff. But I don't know. It was funny because one of his most like cancelable moments was pretty recently, because he actually, I think he won the World Series with the Braves like towards the end of his career, and they invited him to Atlanta for like the 30-year anniversary of that team. So he got to go out on the field and stuff. But then, like, before the game, all these reporters were asking questions to him, and then this one woman reporter brought up that he's like sexually harassed some girl back in the 80s or something. And the girl who brought up the question is like 20 years old, and she's clearly just doing it for a stupid fucking story that nobody ever cares about.
Yeah.
But it's like just the times we live in right now. It's like, oh my God, he was a man back in the day. Like, who the fuck cares? And he had to apologize to her, and this was all caught in the documentary, and it was so like ridiculous. He's like 80 years old. He just says what's on his mind.
Yeah.
Because he called her babe, And that's what she got all offended by.
Oh, that's what it was, huh?
He goes, that happened before you were born, babe, because it did, like 20 years before she was born.
That's what got her?
Yeah, and then she got, like, in tears, basically, crying about it, because he said babe to her.
That's pretty
And
irritating.
he was like, what? He's 80 years old. He's like, what? So then, like, his lawyer that's, like, trying to get him reinstated into the MLB was like, that's bad PR. So he had to go and, like, apologize to her, which they caught on the documentary. And it was just, like, so sad.
Yeah.
Like, an 80-year-old man has to apologize to this nobody girl reporter who's done nothing in her entire life except for ask a stupid question to make him just look bad. And it wasn't even about that. It was about the reason why I was there was for the Braves World Series. It was just disgusting. That's just the journalists today. Like, I hate them. I hate journalists today. They suck. They don't do anything like us.
That's right. Yeah, they try to get him a slip up or say something wrong or controversial, and
it was
it's a different world. Yeah, like you said, they won't even get canceled or look.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
What's your
angle?
Just, everyone has an angle, you know.
It was disgusting. 80-year-old guy. Who the fuck cares? Yeah, it was frustrating. It's all like just trying to make. It's like I couldn't. It was. I almost had to turn it off, and it was like, this is pathetic. Making him apologize. Who cares? Like, I know he wants to get in the Hall of Fame, and that's why he did it. Let's try to, like, clear it. She still wrote the story. It's not like him apologizing made her less offended. Whatever. I want to look up the story, but I don't want to, like, give her any clicks because it's terrible.
Well, she can suck.
Anyways, that was a random tangent.
No, that's good. I like that.
Our twins, but I want to address one thing. I know I misspoke last week. I said Correa was still playing. He's on the DL. He's been on the DL since that plantar fasciitis. I realized I said that, and I was like, yeah, Correa hasn't played since that diagnosis, since before the All-Star game. So he's still on the DL. The Twins also put Buxton on the DL for that hip soreness, even though his MRI came back clean. And he needed a cortisone shot. That can't be good, right?
I like that. So are we going to do corrections from previous shows?
Yeah, you got one?
Yeah, it's from a few shows ago, I think. I made a comment.
Been really grinding. It's been really hanging.
Oh, yeah. I made a comment. We're talking about white cornerbacks, and I said Richard Seymour. I meant to say Jason Sehorn. Sehorn. But I said Richard Seymour, but no one called me out for his settings at all. Must be because, I don't know, our avid followers, like, just maybe they're just being nice. They're like, oh, I knew right away he was wrong with that. They let it go. But I meant Jason Sehorn, folks. Anyway, it's okay. Correction.
Our millions of followers. I'm surprised.
Hashtag injured list. Hashtag injured.
What was it?
Hashtag disability.
It was one of my favorite hashtags ever.
Adjectives. I forgot what it was. I gotta figure that out. I gotta fucking figure it out.
Wait, I bet I can.
Disabled language. I forgot what it was.
I can probably search it in our show notes here. That was one of my favorite ones ever, though.
Yeah, I know. It's fantastic.
Oh, it's got to be this next one.
I think so too. Do it. There we go.
I'm not gonna find it. It's gonna take forever. I think a lot of our hashtags DUI. So dumb.
See what we got here.
A lot of these hashtags are hilarious. 4th of July.
I'm just looking through the hashtags.
It's funny. I don't know why. So dumb. Chris Finch. Oh man, how many episodes have we done? Jeez. Oh, here it is. I got it. I found it.
What is it?
Hashtag disabled terminology.
It was it. Yes, disabled terminology. There it is. Yeah. There it is. That was a fun. That was a little rant.
Yep. But anyways, Twins.
Can rest easy. Hashtag disabled terminology. We'll see if this pops up.
I hope it does. I love this. The AI like listens to our show quick and then writes a little summary or notes. I mean, I write all this.
What happened? What? You told me you grind it every night.
It's funny what it comes up with. I think yesterday or last episode we're talking about my grandpa dying, and then it came up and it was like when cousin Joe died. Like, oh,
are you serious?
How did he come up with that?
Well, way to read through it and not just roll with it.
I learned like early on I have to read through it because I think I posted one that was really dumb. I was like, that makes no sense. The Twins are back at home though against St. Louis and Atlanta, two teams that are hot right now. And then we got a long home stretch here. We got to win. We got to win each series at least. Keep this going. Toronto, then Tampa Bay, and then our last game of the year is September 29th against Baltimore. I thought we were done playing Baltimore.
Against the O's, huh?
Yeah, and they're one of the best teams in baseball. We have not beat them yet this year.
Not once?
Nope.
How many series have they had so far?
Just one.
Oh, but that's okay. That's okay.
We do play Kansas City again and Cleveland one more time, a 4-game series too.
That's big one.
Yeah, and then Boston. That could be the in or out of playoffs right there. That series.
Boston.
Oh man,
Boston.
I'm getting nervous. Boston. But once we get to Toronto, we have a pretty easy. We play Kansas City, but then we have a really easy schedule until we play Cleveland again. So I think we can. I think we're going to end up being 500 by then. Not the total record, but our record from now till the end of the season. We'll be 500, and that should get us in that last playoff spot.
Roll that over there. Yep. I like that. I'm excited about that. I just start following a little bit more than the Twins apparently because I'm 15 games over 500. That's beautiful.
Oh, I know. We're right there. We're only 3 games behind the best record in the AL, so we're not too far. Like everybody's really tight up there right now. So
I like that.
You know what time it is though. Sorry, Trent. Go ahead.
Sorry. My Brewers.
Big Brewers guy.
Yeah, they lost 0-3. They lost to the Cards today, 3-0. Stinks. Well, you know what though? They're still 73-54. 19 over 500. That's still
they're only 2 games better than the Twins.
Yeah, look at that. Both my favorite teams.
and Baltimore, Yankees. Right?
And Baltimore.
Baltimore guys too.
I hate Baltimore. I'm sorry, I hate the Yankees. I like Baltimore. I don't mind Baltimore. I told you before, Boston, Yankees, I go for Baltimore.
Yeah, Tampa, in that division for sure.
And Tampa's got there too, so yeah. And the Blue Jays, I don't know about the Blue. They're Canada though. They don't matter. You know,
I hate Canada, so
they're Canucks.
I hope they suck. And everybody wants a team to move to back to Montreal. Like no one fucking wants to go to Montreal ever.
No one wants to go to Trudeau Land.
No. I don't think they can afford a baseball team up there. They can't even afford to go to hockey games up there. The price is so much. It's ridiculous. And they love hockey. Anyways.
That is true.
You know what we're really now? Wow, man.
What's up?
Just malfunctions.
You
know what time it is now, though?
What
Trent?
time is that? Gonna rip some wax? Oh!
Yeah, a little early there on the wax ripping.
I was just joking around.
Time,
I know it.
Okay, here you go.
Go, Pack, go!
Skol Vikings, let's win this game. Skol Vikings, honor your name. Go get that first down, then get a touchdown. Rock 'em, sock 'em, fight, 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 go.
I got the Packers fight song. You ever heard the Packers fight song?
I think I have at the stadium.
You guys are cut off from.
It's 5 years
songs.
old. Do you know they wrote that song 5 years ago?
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a modern one.
NFL Week 2 preseason's over and in the books, Trent.
It is in the books.
Man. I see.
Did you watch your boys? No, you watched them twice. You told me.
I watched them twice. I watched them originally, lost interest towards the end, and then I watched them again today. just to catch up on it, refresh my memory. I took some notes.
I like that.
But we do have other NFL news. What is this? Oh yeah. What did you think about that? Tua? How do you say his last name?
Tagovailoa. Tua Flores.
The Miami Dolphins starting quarterback.
Yeah, Brian we both
Flores.
heard the same comments. For those of us that don't know what you're talking about, Brant.
Well, Brian Flores, the Vikings defensive coordinator right now, used to be the Miami Dolphins head coach when Tua was the starting quarterback. I think he was a rookie even.
Yeah, I think he was a rookie as well. And in an interview, it was last week with the Dan Le Batard show.
Yeah.
This is what Tua said. Yeah, so he was asked to or Tua compared Flores' coaching style with that of current coach Mike McDaniel. He said, and I quote, "If you woke up every morning and I told you that you suck at what you did, that you don't belong doing what you do, that you shouldn't be here, that this guy should be here, that you haven't earned this right, and then you have somebody else come in and tell you, dude, you are the best fit for this," Tua said, "how would it make you feel listening to one or the other?" Well,
he also said Flores is a terrible person.
Yeah, he's not a fan of Flores. He's not at all.
No.
Because I believe that was that the same year too when how the hell I forget his name, journeyman quarterback Fitzpatrick. Wasn't he playing as well that year with Tua? I think he put him in over Tua, if I remember correct.
Yeah.
I mean, it comes off as being kind of soft, I would say. I would say that, but I understand where he's coming from as well. Yep. As a coach, you want to get the best out of your players, especially this newer generation. It's just like a different mindset for a lot of guys, and you gotta like these older guys. That's what I respect. Like I was bringing them up, like Brady, guys that can they're like tougher skin or whatnot. Like it comes off as being kind of thin skinned to me personally.
Flores came from Belichick coaching tree, so it's kind of. I don't know. I do the same thing. I think the same thing you do as far as nowadays. It might not be the right way to go with a lot of these kids, especially quarterbacks, especially you can tell when that's the thing as a coach, you got to be able to, you can't just coach one way. I think that's what hurts a lot of these players in the NFL. And I think that's what ruins a lot of quarterbacks too in the NFL. They don't coach to their strengths. They just this is our system. This is what we do. Well, if you draft a quarterback that is better at other things that is outside of your system, that you're forcing him to do these other things he's not as good at, he's going to struggle. I don't know. That's my opinion, at least. I think that's a huge problem now. I think coaching really makes a difference. I think all these players are almost on the same level nowadays as far as talent wise and everything. Obviously there's going to be outliers, but I think coaching is separates a lot of these players. If you're going to get a good coach with some of these guys, for whatever reason, Green Bay has done it with the quarterbacks the last 30 years, 50 years, it feels like, but I don't know. There's just something to that, I think, personally. And as far as Tua, him and it was like oil and water, it sounds like. And as far as a lot of the Vikings players came out with Brian Flores, and Brian Flores admitted I messed up. I did a lot of things wrong. But I'm trying to learn from it and improve myself and all this stuff. He said all the right things and never threw Tua under the bus or anything. Yeah. But Tua went hard on him, for sure.
He didn't mess around.
No.
And it sounds like the Vikings, the team likes Flores too. Didn't they? Yeah. I was reading how when he first went there, invited the team over to his house or whatnot, and he's trying to be more build more relationships. Yeah. I mean, he was saying himself how he's learned or his coaching technique or style. But yeah, and I agree with you. It all comes down to the individual, and you got to coach guys different ways. You got to find their strengths, because that's what McDaniel did. Tua has I mean, he's a good guy. He's an accurate quarterback, but he has a noodle arm. I mean, he's like in NFL terms, you know what I mean? Like, I still remember against the Chiefs, that touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. I think it was the only score they had. It was like Hill was just running a seam, I think it was, at the right side, and Tua just launched as far as he could. It was like 40 yards short. And Hill came back and then did shit and got a touchdown.
Yeah.
But like, he just doesn't have that rocket arm, but he's accurate. It's all about timing. Just quick throws, you know. It's about playing to his strengths, and that's what McDaniel, and that's what he does as his coach, and he has faith in him. And a big part of it is the mental game. So obviously Flores did not make him feel good mentally. So hey, they're both still in the league. So
yeah, that comes down to Tua as well, like yourself. I mean, you have to adjust too. Maybe, I don't know. It's tough. He's young. He's a young guy, obviously. So
yeah, he's only 26 right now. Yeah, he was his young 20s when he came into the league.
Yeah.
You know.
And recognizing that when you're that young, that you need to maybe adjust your mindset, or like, hey, realize like, hey, maybe I am being soft here.
Yeah,
because a lot of people are like saying, oh, he's not an alpha male. Like, that's the difference. Like, Flores is alpha, Tua is not. Like, he needs a little hands-off kind of soft approach, which what Daniels does. Like, Daniels is an alpha male, I don't think, at all. I'm surprised he's an NFL coach. I have no idea how he got an NFL coaching job, but
he worked his way. I mean, remember he was a ball boy. Was it for the Niners or something like that? Or was
I like that.
Anyway, Fitzgerald too. I like hearing those like ball boys that actually stay in the league. One's a coach, one was a player. But yeah, no, I like that too. You know, but yeah, Flores. Yeah, he's a great coordinator and everything. And I mean, think about all the other stuff. Like he's going and like. He still has those lawsuits, I think, going on with the league, you know, because he wasn't heard, you know, because he thinks it was racist or race related. It's like, that's a whole nother topic, but
yeah, it's honestly probably was the reason why Tua spoke out. I mean, it's probably he probably rubbed a lot of people wrong, you know?
Yeah.
And that's going to happen. It's just part of life. Like, it'll happen to anybody.
100%.
It's just and he recognized that, I think, now. I don't know about all that stuff, but I know he's recognizing he needs to improve himself.
Flores or Tua?
Flores.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
According to what he said,
he's at least saying the right thing. He at least has to pretend he is.
To say what he said in his, I should took his quotes. To say what he said in his press conference after that.
Yeah.
That does take, like, he really took in that criticism, and processed it and like evaluated it and came out and said what he said.
Yeah.
Instead of just like reacting emotionally and being like, what a dickhead Tua is. He could have said all kinds of different things, but he's like, no, like, he recognized he needed to be better. Like, that's a lot of leaders don't recognize that.
Yeah.
So he's got to improve. Tua's got to improve. Tua's got the right fit now. It's working out for everybody.
And he got paid. Yes, sir. Yes, I agree with that. So that's why that's why I like the old school stuff, though. And I just like that. Times are changing with everything, not just sports. It's just the way it is. It sucks. I hate it. But that's why I want Belichick back in the league, just those old dogs, you know. I want them back in the league. But yeah, so we'll see how it all plays out. Flores did the right thing. He responded the right way.
Yes.
So
what you got now for us? You got some Packers news? You want me to go with the Vikings news?
Packers news. Well, did you hear about for that? Did you hear about Richardson in practice, or like how they had their the Bengals, the joint practice with the Bengals, and I was just talking mad shit. No, the Bengals and the Colts were having joint practices or whatnot. Did you hear about that?
No.
They were busting Richardson's balls during it. It was fantastic. It's just so funny because so essentially they have joint practices before the preseason games. During this time of yeah. Just some of the stuff is good. I think it's freaking hilarious. You know, one guy said, a cornerback says, "Is that all he does is run?" kind of thing. You know, let's see what we have here. Throw the ball, bro. All he does is run. He's just throwing the spots. He doesn't see his receivers. I just thought it was funny. I thought it was funny just him getting his balls busted because, well, especially fantasy wise, I come off as
Anthony Richardson, Colts starting quarterback, right? That's what we're talking about. Yeah. And then they're playing. They were scrimmaging against the Bengals, Cincinnati Bengals. So.
Yeah, and just like I'm curious to see how this year works out for him because honestly, I'm not a big fan of him at all. I'm not like
you're not, are you?
No, just in terms of like he only played a little bit in college, and he had spots of being talented, but he's not accurate compared to other cornerbacks. And all he does is it seems like all he wants to do is run. You can't do that not as a quarterback in this league because he already missed most of last season, and he had a concussion. He left the game with a concussion. They messed up his throwing shoulder. He's out for the rest of the year with that. So I don't think that's why I traded him away in our league. That's why it's part of the reason why I trade him, Dak Prescott, and then Miller, the Saints running back for Mahomes. I'm like, I'll dump this guy in a heartbeat. He's not going to last long, but he still has some value. So I'm still a fan of
Richardson. I'm a fan of him.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Do you think that he's gonna be successful in the league for a long time?
It depends if he figures out to run out of bounds and slide. Like that's what it comes down to. So
he's a big dude. He's like what 6'4", 6'5". He's built. I mean, but like
he's got a cannon. He
does have a cannon. Like, but he has no accuracy.
Yeah,
and that's the thing because you can like Cam Newton. He was kind of similar. Except he could throw the ball. He was more accurate for sure. And then I just think about like I go right back to he's a smaller guy for sure, but Robert Griffin, he won Rookie of the Year, and the way he played, he apped up his knee. Part of it too was just like coaching, but I just don't see Richardson. I don't know how he can get it out of his head, man. Because like right now, like they're doing everything they can, during the off season, change his thought thinking and practice. But once you get in preseason, once you get in the regular games. Once you get in that situation, he's going to want to win. And he knows that his best asset is his running ability. And if he knows he can get an extra 5 yards by just doing this or that, he's going to try to do it once or twice. I think it's just going to screw him. I hope it doesn't, but I just think I see him being that guy,
Yeah, I see what you're saying for sure. I'm a fan of quarterback second run, to be honest. Like I know if they're going to take hits though, then I'm not a fan of that. Like he needs a slide to get down.
Yeah.
Because that's just, it adds so much more if you can get outside and run. I mean, but look at the best quarterbacks ever, Tom Brady and Joe Montana.
And Rodgers.
Elway, Rodgers. Marino, he didn't run. They threw the ball, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I think you can honestly, you can work on accuracy. I don't think you can really improve much on your arm strength.
No,
you can a little bit, but I know accuracy you can definitely work on. But that's all it comes down, like you said, though, is like if he's in the game, like can he do it in the game? If you just want to take off running every time, that's a problem also too. But I don't know. We'll see, I guess.
We'll see. If we draft for you, I'm not going to get Richardson. F that guy. I'm letting you know.
All right, that's fine. I think I'm going to be weak on court. We'll talk about fantasy after the.
Sounds
NFL
good. Sorry,
news.
Folks. Sorry, listener.
Yeah. Yeah. Next week we should do a live show though. That'll be cool.
I think we should. Let's do it. Do you want to do it? Should we do the draft during it?
You want to?
What time's the draft?
8:15, 9:15 my time, so 8:15 yours, I think.
Do you just want to say fuck it and do it?
Sure, Tuesday.
We can do draft and show. You think? Huh?
Because I can pull it up here, and then I'll just have the draft on my laptop or my phone, or not my phone.
This is mine
thing.
right here. This is. God,
Yeah,
I got my sleeper up right now.
Yes,
this is mine.
Do it. Yeah, you'll be on your phone. I'll probably do it on my phone too.
Do you want to do it? Is that weird?
I don't.
Should we have a poll?
So.
Let's do a Facebook
nobody
poll.
Will.
Let's do it. I'll make a.
Do you know how to do those?
I don't.
Is it a thing? Can you do
I'll
that?
Try
even?
it. Maybe I'll try it. I'd be like, or respond in comments because I don't know how to do polls. Should we do a live show with the draft on Tuesday, or a live show on Thursday with no draft? We'll have the people decide.
Well, that we could just cut it off, I suppose, too. Like, if we get sick of, I don't know, it would be kind of fun. It's because the draft's probably gonna go 2-3 hours at least.
If it's auction, 2.5, 3 hours. We'll talk. I'll ask I'll ask the fans what they want to do.
All right, sounds good.
Damn right.
But back to the Green Bay Packers news, Trent.
Yes.
You want to go? Did you watch your game this week? It was a terrible
I watched as
game.
much as I could. They were horse shit. The whole team sucked. But like they sat like 30 or 31 starters. So I mean, or 30 or guys overall. Not many people start.
A lot of teams went that way this last week.
Yeah, but the Broncos didn't. They let their guys in, at least for a couple series, and they did not look good. The Packers did not look sharp. Quarterback play, both quarterbacks did not look good. Defense was not the best.
It was ugly.
Was the final score 27-2? I think it was, but it doesn't even matter.
No.
So, but honestly, like those games, like those are necessary. I mean, you have to lose like that sometimes, So even the Chiefs last year, they lost against Oakland later in the year. They had like 100 yards? Was it like a 12-13 game, whatever it was? And then like everyone's like, they lost to Oakland. It wasn't on Christmas. I'm bringing this up. I don't remember exactly when it was. It was the end of the year, and it was like, holy shit. And then after that, Chiefs won a tear. I mean, I know it wasn't their stars that were in. They don't look sharp. But even when they're doing the joint practice before the game, the days before, the Broncos just looked like the better team. So, but
yeah, it makes me a little nervous because Bo Nix is looking pretty good. Granted, he's going up against second teamers, but.
Well, exactly. And I mean, and that's the thing with Bo Nix is everyone, it's kind of consensus. Like everyone, like all the guys that do this for a living, like they're saying he was the most pro-ready quarterback. We know they always say that, like the most pro-ready quarterback. So his floor is higher, but his ceiling is lower than these other guys that they're going to pass him up soon. So we're going to see what happens with him. But I mean, he seems to be playing great. I mean, in college, like he had great completions percentage because the short intermediate passes, like that's what he was all about. That's why people always bring up Sean Payton with him because that's what it was with Breeze, because Breeze didn't have a rocket arm. He was all with the short timing passes. So we're going to see what happens with Bo Nix, and he's doing awesome. They said this is only his second rookie to start for the Broncos since Elway, so that's pretty cool to hear for him. Yeah. But we'll see how it plays out, man. That's all we can do. There's a lot of quarterbacks taking it early. So
we had to trade up one spot to make sure we got JJ McCarthy.
Yeah, and that's a hard thing because his story still isn't written yet. I know that it sucks hearing that. It sucks having to be like, well, at least next year, that would fucking suck. I would hate it. Like if I didn't have Love right now and Packers situation, I'd be like, fuck, next year. But that's why you thank God for fantasy football, because at least you have other stuff to watch, I mean, glass half full.
A lot of football. A lot of football to watch. I got that because I did watch most of your game too. And it was just a total ass kicking by it.
Yeah, it was horrible. It wasn't even fun.
Yeah, it was ugly. But it was just, none of your starters played. All your second, third teamers did. So
yeah,
it's hard to gauge any of that. Like you said, it doesn't matter at all. So it was just nice to see you guys lose, though.
That's why I was happy for you.
Thanks.
But some people the people that take it. I always go back to the Lions. The 2008 season, they were winless, 0-16 in the regular season. In the preseason, they were 4-0.
Yeah.
It's that simple. It's just like coaches, it's preseason. And some people, I remember my buddy, like when we were growing up, the Packers were on during the day. It was a preseason time. And then we went out, we played, we were biking or some shit. I don't know. We were middle school. I mean, how you doing? How you doing, Mike? Oh, I'm doing good. My dad's pissed. The Packers lost. Well, it's preseason, Mike. It's okay. It's okay, buddy. You'll be okay. So, I was in middle school and I thought that, man.
That's because we were high IQ football minds. Wow, that did not come out right.
Man,
I'm struggling.
The second it came out of that womb, my IQ for football was
through the roof.
Through the roof.
What's the highest IQ you can get?
I actually looked that up recently. I think it's like
180.
There's a guy that was in high 200s, like 280.
Whoa.
Yeah.
We beat that football knowledge.
Yeah. If you put us together, we're almost halfway there. Highest IQ of all time. As of 2024, the highest IQ ever recorded is of Young Hoon Kim from South Korea, whose IQ is 276.
Wonder what he does.
It would suck to be that smart, dude. It would suck to know that much shit.
It probably would.
So it doesn't suck to be me at all.
No. Dumb as shit. Like, I love
That's right, baby. Hey, sorry, was that?
JK. I see you guys. Are you guys playing the Ravens?
Yep. They're playing the Ravens. They actually had joint practice today, and they played well. Packers did, so they look great.
Are you guys going to start any starters for Game 3? Did they say?
I'm not sure because LaFleur was asked too. Like, is Love going to start? We'll see. That's who he's saying. Everything. We'll see. Like, maybe a series, maybe 2. I don't know, but it seemed like Love. He was on in the red zone. He looked decent today. The defensive line looked good against Lamar when they were in the red zone, pressuring him pretty well, making him scramble, like not the way Lamar usually does, kind of thing. Yeah. So today was good. I mean, that's the NFL do it for you though, because like against the Broncos, they just got manhandled. Against the Ravens, they look fantastic. So that's why all these teams are doing. All these teams are practicing right now. So that's what this stuff is for. Like, it's for putting stuff on film, so the coaches can like tell you what the hell you're doing wrong, and so you can work on it. So we'll be playing this Saturday at noon. I think it is. I'm not sure if Love's. I'm not sure if Love's going to start or not. I think all games are on Saturday, right? That's usually as they do.
There's some tonight right now, actually.
Oh, okay. I meant are there some? Yes, I meant the last game.
I don't think there's
will be
any
Saturday.
There's no one on Sunday.
Because they're allowed to end them at the same time, which they should, because you want to give anyone a competitive advantage.
Right.
But yeah,
if any team would get a competitive advantage, it'd be the Green Bay Packers somehow.
Fucking suck
always. Luckiest team ever. You guys have an easier schedule than the Vikings somehow.
I take that back. There are games on Sunday. Anyway, don't listen to me, folks. I don't know the hell I'm talking about. I do no show prep. I roll in here. I just roll in here. I start to drink and I talk like you know what I'm talking about. It's great.
We do know we're pros.
We do. We are pros. And I would say, besides them looking good today, another thing, just because he's a household name, A.J. Dillon, he suffered a stinger last week. He was held out of the game because of it this last week, which is unfortunate because he needs the reps, I'm assuming. And I'll tell you what a stinger is. According to the Mayo Clinic, a stinger is a brachial plexus injury. It might be brachial. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. It occurs when a group of nerves are stretched or injured. The injury can cause numbness, weakness, or pain in the arm and hands. Huh. So he suffered one before this as well. The most recent one before this, I'm assuming it was practice. He actually suffered it against the Vikings last year, week 17, end of the year. And he missed both playoff games after that as well. So he missed 2 games after that and the Vikings, the rest of the Vikings game. And now this happened. So he was already kind of like, his first game was horrible, you know? So like, I don't know what's going to happen with him. And I doubt he's going to be able to play this game because I don't think he practiced today either. So I'm not sure what's going to happen with him, honestly. He's a good guy. This is when it sucks.
You guys are going to have to keep 4 running backs then? Or 3?
I don't know if they'll keep him. That's the thing. Or maybe practice squad or something, you know?
So who you guys have? Oh, yeah, Jacobs and then the rookie.
Jacobs, Lloyd, and they got
Emmanuel Wilson.
And then they have, and then,
and A.J. Dillon, right? Yeah.
But I'm not sure. Like, we're going to see how it plays out. I have no idea, honestly. This is when it sucks. This is why it would suck to be like, if I was a decision maker for an NFL team, I'm like, oh, he's such a good guy. Like, this is why these guys are cutthroat, baby. It's a business. People say that, but like when actually being in it, man, that'd be tough.
I know. Developing relationships with these guys, like seeing them every day, it would be hard.
It'd be horrific.
Definitely,
I would hate it. I'd also love it, but probably be a big alcoholic though, because I'd be just stressed all the time. Like, oh, I made him cry, you know.
Yeah.
Every day I go home. Oh, I made another one cry, honey. I would too. I'm such a big softie. Oh, man. Speaking of, I would hate Flores. Fuck you, Flores.
Yeah, you'd be Tua for sure.
Like,
he's mean to me.
He's a big meanie head. I'm gonna
He says mean things.
I'm gonna tell your wife on you, Flores. I tell his wife I'm in a heartbeat. I go right to the fucking top. Your husband's a dick. Big tears in my eyes. Oh, Mrs. Flores. Does he have a wife?
I don't know.
What do you don't know? He's your coach. You should know. I'm just kidding.
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Are you still updating notes? I see this cursor just dragging around.
No, I highlighted. I accidentally clicked on it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Not that I'm looking. I'm not micromanaging you. Do you know what I want though now? Now I want some Vikings news. I'm waiting all week.
Yeah, you love
Tell
Vikings news. I know. Is this? I think you're a little nervous about this Viking news, actually, Trent. Stephon Gilmore.
Whoa.
Vikings signed him. 33-year-old All Pro.
25-year-old, 33. Okay.
In his prime still. Okay. Just entering his prime. $10 million deal. Up to $10 million. So
good old up to.
Great signing. I predicted this because I don't know if you know this. The new Madden game came out last weekend.
Yeah.
And I immediately played it. That's what I did last weekend. I played a lot of Madden.
Hell yeah, dude.
I signed Stephon Gilmore right away for the Vikings. Before the Vikings even signed him, I signed him because I saw it coming.
Let me guess his rating. Is it 78 or 79?
Nope. It's higher than that, baby.
Low 80s?
No.
Is it mid
88? I think it was 88.
Ooh, really?
Yeah. You still got some left in the tank, all right?
Can you still draft teams from scratch?
You can do fantasy, yep. And you can change the type of draft now too. So you can do a snake draft instead of just a normal like fantasy draft.
What do you mean?
So that's kind of cool. Like, on fantasy, like in a fantasy football draft, you do the snake where it goes back, the last pick.
Yeah.
And then it rolls back
over. That's the last time I did it. I haven't played Madden in like 10 years, apparently. Yeah.
That's how they, that's not how they did it back in the day. It was always
take turns?
32 teams and then, yeah. But at the 32nd pick went back to then the first pick got to pick again.
Oh.
Instead of now you have an option of making it a snake draft where it will
so it's
back around. Yeah.
You dirty birdie. I see now. It's funny because I was talking to my wife's nephew about Madden, and I brought up he's big into football. He's 14.
Oh, nice. Yeah, prime time.
And it's funny because I was looking at it too. I was thinking, like, God, my first dynasty league is older than you. I was looking. I'm like, God, that's nuts to think about. I'm such a geek. But I brought up the fantasy draft, and he never did that. So I'm glad.
Not yet, dude.
I was able to ask you about that.
Yeah, so we got into that eventually.
Hell yeah, I do that again.
I simulated the first season. You're not going to like the outcome.
Super Bowl?
Packers did get the number 1 seed.
They lost an NFC championship again.
No, they lost the game before that. The first game they played against the Los Angeles Rams. Upset the Green Bay Packers.
Was that with the actual Packers or a drafted team?
That was with the actual Packers. Okay.
Oh, that still hurts.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on.
Number 1 seed, though. You're right in it.
I got to drink away the pain.
I'm trying to think who was in for the NFC. Because Baltimore won the Super Bowl this year, according to Madden, first simulation of the season. And I think they played Detroit. Or no, Dallas. They played Dallas. So I don't know how accurate this is going to be. Because Dallas won the NFC South. I think they were second. They had the second best record. Green Bay was number 1. The Lions made it. The Rams made it. It was pretty accurate. Like the prediction, the surprising one to me was the Chargers made it in the AFC, but all the other AFC teams were there. So
the Chargers, huh?
Yeah. I don't know how, but they made it. Anyways, that's random. Because the Vikings did the same thing though. They played their second and third teamers. So it was a lot of Nick Mullen and Garen Hall, but the Vikings were the opposite of the Packers. We looked really good. So, but we also played against the Browns, who didn't start any of their starters.
But Winston played, right?
Jameis Winston did not play. No,
Jameis Winston didn't play. Was it?
No, it was what the hell is his name? DTR, Dontarius
Huntley?
Thomas.
Oh,
DTR.
that guy. The guy that got last year.
Yeah, and I like that kid. I think he went to Cal. I think he's buddies with like Rodgers too. I think.
Or like him too. Then
I think he's good. I think he's gonna be good. Like there was some speculation earlier this week that like teams were looking to trade for him. I would give him a shot. I don't know. He's mobile. He seems to like have a good football mind. Like
all the quarterbacks can run.
Yeah, that's true. That's like everybody.
No, that's true though. But I remember seeing him last year in the preseason. I mean, he was decent. I think he started a couple of games last year.
So I figured out it.
What's that? Yeah. What's that? What'd you figure out?
I figured out my own notes because I wrote
fucking
my note. It says tailored looked good again. I was like, what? We don't have a tailored. It's Naylor. So I must have hit.
Oh yeah, he's
Naylor.
Yeah,
he started our third. He's definitely gonna be our third. He looks really good though. Like he could be our number 2. He's turned the corner. It reminds me of KJ Osborne because KJ Osborne, I was like, he sucked his rookie year, was terrible.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, like he put in a ton of. You could tell he just put in work, and he turned out to be one of the best like third receivers in the NFL. I would argue. If not, like he could play. When Jefferson went down and Osborne stepped in, and it was the opposite. When Addison went down, Osborne would step in, and even the year before, when like I think Thielen went down, Osborne like he's good. He's really good. I think Naylor clearly put in a ton of work, and he just looks like fitter. Because before he was like just that skinny like skin and bones type build, and now you can see like
kind of the opposite of me.
Yeah. So anyways, he looked good. He only played like the first quarter or something.
Okay.
Tristan Jackson had a big game for us. I think he got 2 touchdowns, and he was all over the place. So a good solid number 4 receiver. I like that.
Was he a rookie or who's that dude?
No, he's been in the league for 3-4 years now.
Okay.
I think I don't know, bouncing around. Might have been on the Vikings practice squad a few years. But it seems like he's kind of emerged for sure. He's going to make the roster, I would say. What else happened? Our kicker made all of his field goals and all of his extra points. And I did notice, because I watched, he put some extra height like right off the beginning on his kicks. So he definitely listened to our podcast and took my criticism to heart and really worked on it last week.
That's fantastic.
So now I don't want to cut him. So I think he's one of those kids that's, like I said last week, he's been kicking since he's been 6th, 7th grade. So
yeah,
I think if something gets off with him, he can correct it because he's done it long enough where he understands how to fix whatever's going wrong with him. So I like that. I like that about him. So
can I piggyback off you? I'm going to piggyback off you. I should have talked about my boys too. The kicking has been like,
oh yeah,
I don't know what's going to happen. Mr. Greg Joseph, you're familiar with him, and Anders Carlson. They're both like, they've been like both the same, like missing the same amount, making the same amount. So I don't know what's going to happen. They're both around 80% overall.
Give up on Greg Joseph. You do not want him. He looks good, but then he'll dagger you missing an extra point. Like,
well, I mean,
you're like, fuck, I know we're about to lose by 1 point now.
Yeah. It's just nuts how much of a mental game it is with kicking, That's what it is, because there's thousands of people that can kick a ball on this earth. Thousands of people. You grab a soccer player from anywhere at all, but it's mental. It's mental. Well, because Carlson, he boned us Packer fans too last year, especially against the Niners,
Yeah, that's true.
You both miss, man. I mean, but I don't know. Everyone brings up Mason. There's a lot of Packer fans about Mason Crosby, but
bring him back.
Yeah, but he's a fucking old man now, dude. The hip. Yeah. I mean, probably kick it 40 yards, 45, maybe hit 50. I don't know. Anyway, Packers gotta get it figured out. So I'm glad your boys doing better though.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully we got a good one. Hopefully
you should send him an NBB hat to wear during one of his press conferences.
Yeah, speaking of that, we got to get on that.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking into a lot of that stuff. There's whole companies that it's like on-demand printing. So you run everything through them. Like you don't buy anything. Like people will go to your website and make the purchase, and then they'll just create it for you, and then mail it for you and everything.
Yeah.
It's not like they send us a bunch of shirts and then we mail them out. It's they handle all that stuff. So I don't know. There's options out there. We'll talk.
We will take a gander and find these
Not
options.
that we.
I think it's a good idea. Don't worry, everyone. You'll get your merch eventually.
Yeah. I just would like some. It'd be cool.
Fuck yeah, me too, man. I'm gonna be a walking billboard.
Yeah.
You fucking.
What else? I wrote our second team front didn't look as good either. So I'm a little nervous about our defensive front and our offense, our interior offense. Our second team was getting pushed around a lot. Our tackles, though, I liked our backup tackles. I think it's Quisenberry. Yeah, what's his name? Yeah, David Quisenberry. But he's been around the league for a while now. We signed him, I think, last year. He looks solid, but we had this rookie tackle, this Walter Rouse. He's from Oklahoma. I think he was like a 6th-round pick this year.
Yeah.
He's a big kid, and I like him. Like, you can tell he's a little hesitant right now, but he can move bodies, and he didn't really get beat that much. I don't think really at all this last game, because it's kind of fun. So I have the NFL like red zone thing package. Okay. So you can watch all the preseason games, and you can rewatch all the games, a condensed version of them, which is really nice.
Oh, that's nice. I like those.
And you can watch the all 22 view of the game too.
What do you mean all 22?
You know what the all 22 is? You're supposed to be a high football IQ mind.
I am a high.
It's like the camera that's way up behind the goalposts, and you can see the whole field.
I'm an high football. You know what?
All 22 players. That's why it's called.
That's like called high 22. I'm a high. I am, Brant. I just my bunny ears. I don't see that shit. Okay.
Oh yeah, sorry. Get the NFL thing. I think it's only like $15 a month, and you get red zone. 15. And you can rewatch your games after. I think you can rewatch the regular season.
Do you need to have
games.
cable with it?
No, it's its own streaming service, like app. It's an app, NFL app. That's what it's on.
You should send that to me later after the show.
I will. The apps, you know what? I don't know if anybody else has this problem or noticed this. The NFL app is fucking garbage. Like
I deleted it.
I have it on my TV, and I have it like on your computer and my phone and my Xbox, and it doesn't work half the time. And like I was trying to rewatch my game today, and then all of a sudden closed captions would pop up, and then all of a sudden it would just restart all of a sudden, just like the whole game start right over. I noticed this issue last year, and I've seen the reviews of the app. You can go in there, 1 star. Like everybody's like, it's a garbage. It's a pile. You think the NFL could spend a little bit of money on their damn app? Like, let's do like $1 million less a year.
It cuts
for
in
Goodell.
The profit margins. It cuts in the profit margins. We don't do that. Yeah, I know
so
it's not
stupid.
It is funny how it works out, isn't it?
And the NFL, the Sunday ticket is way overpriced. I hope they do lose that lawsuit eventually.
F them.
It's ridiculous to watch. Like it's way overpriced.
Or especially for like bars or whatnot too.
Yeah.
Like hear what the price of that going up because oh god.
Yeah. They want to grow their game, so they go overseas, all the way overseas, to play stupid games in front of fans that don't give one crap, and then we have to deal with $500 a year for NFL Sunday ticket and all this other and their garbage apps. How about we fix the stuff here? That's the whole problem with our country, anyways. We got to worry about ourselves. All right, let's worry about ourselves for a little bit here. Let's get us fixed. Not that big of a deal. We'll be fine.
Cheers.
Cheers. Ooh, a spotted cow.
Yep.
That's another thing that pissed me off. I saw the college football, their opening week. I think the Notre Dame is going to Ireland to play a game. Who the fuck in Ireland cares about college football? Why are they doing that? They're hurting their own fans. Where do they make their money from? It's us here in America, us people.
They're starting.
I'm getting so pissed about all this international stuff. Nobody cares about it over there. No one does. You have like 10 fans. It's not growing the sport over there. Like if they can watch it, we have to watch their stupid soccer on like our sports channels now, even though I guess they do come over here. But then we have all these losers over here that like soccer anyways too, so whatever.
You call them losers. This is great. Well,
the Vikings won though, so that was good. They beat the piss out of the Browns. What else was I gonna bring up here? Oh, there's this weird play. I was trying to describe it to you. Yeah. I thought it was a safety. So we sacked him, right?
Yeah.
And DTR was dropping back, and then he was starting to roll out to like his right at the goal line. Like right at the goal line. We tackled him, and they marked him down like at the first place we put our hands on him. So it was at like the 1. But he ran around in the end, like he kept going and ran around in the end zone. Then we sacked him.
Okay.
And I was like, how the fuck did he get forward progress just because we put his hand on him? Like that's where they marked him down. They didn't mark it as safety because we tackled him like 8 yards back in the like all the way to the back of the end zone because he was trying to run around.
Yeah.
But they said he was down at the 1 because that's where we first put our hands on him. I was like,
he purposely ran back. He ran back himself. Yeah, that's a safety then.
Well,
it's that simple.
The thing was like the momentum of the guy, like when he put his hands on him, the quarterback was still moving backwards and then like trying to churn and like, you know, like scramble away. Right. Mm-hmm. I was like, I don't understand how that's not a safety. No one reviewed it or anything. I was like, so if you're running forward like 10 yards and then you just grab the guy, like you had the ball and you grabbed the guy and then you ran back 20 yards and got tackled, you'd be down at where you first touched the guy. That's kind of what it was. And I was like, what?
Yes, that's odd.
I don't know. That was a weird play. Wait,
why are you laughing? What's that?
I should have. Maybe I shouldn't talk about this. I'll talk about Bo Richter first. He looked great again. He's that Air Force kid. Looks like J.J. Watt, big old white guy. Can run around though, tons of speed. I watched him
white guy, but he can actually run. He can actually run though.
He was on the punt return team, but he played a lot of snaps on defense. He got a sack, but I could never find the sack for some reason. I was watching for it today, so I don't know if I missed something. I probably missed something. Yeah, but he was like, I don't know. He broke through some double teams, but at times like he would get manhandled, just like all defensive linemen. Though he's not perfect, but he's. I would definitely. I think he's got to make the team because as special teams or team guy, especially on kickoffs now, because he can run, like he can move.
Yeah,
he's athletic, big guy. So I'm a big Bo Richter fan. I think he's wearing number 96 too. So
that's your number. That's your number.
Yeah. Also, our undrafted free agent rookie cornerback Dwight McGlovern had like a 90-yard interception return, and he's looked good the whole preseason and in practice, everybody's saying. So he's a big corner too. He's like 6'3" and can move. So I don't know. I'm a fan. I'm hoping he makes the team.
What's his name? McLovin, you said?
McGlovern.
McGlovern?
Yeah, McGlovern.
Let's call him McLovin.
McLovin. Good player. But yeah, Vikings won. Jaron Hall actually looked good, our third string quarterback. So
I didn't hear about that. Good for him.
Yeah, everybody.
Last year was rough. It was.
I really want to bring up this topic I wrote down.
Do it.
Notes, but I don't want to. It's too late. We'll move on.
No, what do you mean? What is it? It won't be long.
I'm not gonna do it.
What is it?
We'll talk about it next time. I'll talk about it off the air too. Anyways.
All right.
Vikings won. Who do we play next? Tennessee, I think. No, Philadelphia. We're going to Philadelphia for this weekend's game, so we'll see how that goes. I don't think we're starting anybody either this week, so
Do you have any practices at all with him at all, or any practice at all with Philadelphia going on right now?
No joint practices for the Vikings this year.
Oh, why is that? Do you know?
Wait, no, we did go to Cleveland and joint practice with them. Sorry,
Okay.
I think. Yeah, I
But
think
now
that's what we
Philadelphia.
did.
Well, Philadelphia just like
I don't know.
they're different though. I know that the Vikings don't really like them, or the fans don't. I'm assuming the Vikings don't either. They're just trashy experience.
I wouldn't want to do anything in Philadelphia. Shithole.
You've been there though too, right?
Oh,
You
Trent,
drove through there.
I've been there. Went to baseball game there. Thankfully, it was when the Phillies suck because I don't think I could go there when they're good and their fans are all obnoxious and stuff. So, but yeah,
What are you gonna say now? Sorry about that.
Oh, I think we should be concerned. We both should be concerned.
About what?
Caleb Williams.
Oh yeah.
The Bears.
Are you liking what you're seeing?
Yeah, unfortunately, I wasn't high on, and I think my breakdown of him is pretty accurate of what I originally thought about him. As far as like he's talented, as far as leadership, I think that's where he's got to make strides. But I think he's doing that a little bit, but he's also way more talented than I thought he was. And like as far as football IQ and playing wise, this looks pretty easy to him. Like I think they got a good one. He's gonna be good for a long time, barring any injuries, and we're in trouble, both of us.
Well, I'm curious to see how it works out. Well, because obviously the Packers have had their numbers since '92. So, but I mean, preseason is a different game too, and he likes to roll out of the pocket a lot. He likes to try create plays. So I want to see what happens when in a regular season when defensive coordinators actually make a game plan and make him stay in the pocket. I want to see what happens because I see a lot of highlights too. He looks good rolling out these athletic throws. He's accurate, good arm. So he does look good so far. I'm not going to crown him yet. I want to see how he does in the regular season.
I'll say one thing that I think will correct him and bring him down to earth will be a good hard-hitting sack. Like he needs that too. Because he's very cocky right now.
Well, you hear the same
that's
thing.
what you kind of have to be.
I never get nervous. I never get nervous.
He says he never gets nervous.
Yeah.
That's a joke, but at the same time, like he is definitely talented and can make all the throws and can move and get out of the pocket. Like he can, his football. He's not like a Ryan Tannehill doesn't know anything about football. He's good like with that from watching Hard Knocks and just watching it. I watched their game twice this week too.
Yeah,
because it was on NFL Network twice when I was home doing nothing. So
yeah, I would have watched it probably.
Yeah, and like he's obviously got a lot to learn, but he's picking it up pretty quickly. So I can see why he got why he's the number one draft pick, and I would be hyped if I was a Bears fan. So
well, I would too, but I'm hoping it's all wrong.
Yeah, we'll see.
That's why preseason's always fun. You know what I mean? But it's just like shit. Plenty of examples.
It is just preseason. Yeah, it is just preseason. But also I just like I'm aware of that. Like I understand that, but you can see other quarterbacks like the Christian Ponders and stuff like you can see that they struggle with things. He's not struggling with very much, if anything. But I think a good couple hard-hitting sacks will mess with him. So,
yeah, I'll see how it goes. And part of it too, man. They set him up for success big time. There, he's got weapons up the ass.
All kinds of weapons.
He's a lot of weapons. Receivers, tight ends, too. Solid. Running backs are going to be solid. He's got Swift in there. Good catching back. Good run, as long as I can say healthy. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, the defense. I mean, so he's set up for success. We'll see how it turns out for him. Like I said, I'll be cheering against him.
Same here. All right. That's kind of it for this week's NFL talk, Trent.
Darn right.
Should we talk about some fantasy, or I mean, we've been doing this a while now. We can rip some wax, or you want to discuss, because right now it is trading season. I notice in a lot of our fantasy leagues.
Yeah,
I've made a couple trades. You made some trades.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to make trades. You got ripped for a trade.
Yeah, I got ripped for a trade.
Pretty hard.
Yeah.
Pretty hard on that.
A lot of haters in this league, I tell you. In my Dynasty League. I got Dontavian Wicks. You probably don't know people, but I'm a Dontavian Wicks fan. And I really wanted him. I did. And I found, I think, maybe the one other guy in my league that values him as much as I do, or equally, I would say. So I kind of had to overpay for him, like with all the calculators that are out there, the trade calculators for Dynasty football guys. I knew I overpaid for him. In my one league, I traded Devontae Adams for him. And I threw some other stuff. Was a couple draft picks. Was second and third, was it? Yes, got ripped for it though in the league. A lot of guys saying, "What are you doing?" kind of thing. I'm like, "Oh, I'm thinking long term here, boys. You got it's chess, not checkers. It's not the right now. It is me digging, reading, scouting, seeing what's going on with him, following him as a person. He seems like a good dude. Big Wicks fan. Yeah, so I made a move for him. I got my balls busted for it, which I get it. I bust balls too. So
you gave up Devontae Adams, and you give up any first round picks? Or no?
No. Devontae Adams, and then was it a second round pick, or was it a third and fourth? Let me pull it back up here. I've been doing so many different moves right now that I was really high on them. And the part of the fun about fantasy football is that it is your team. You do what you want to do, and within reason. You don't be too stupid. You don't be too stupid with it. Yeah. And I really like Wicks, and I built it the way I want to build it. And I want him because I'm banking on him being a talent in this league. Maybe not, hopefully this year, but in the coming years, because I see what he can be. Devontae is second and a third for Wicks. So that's what it was.
Yeah, that's not that bad.
Yeah, well, and this other guy, and he said too, like, I knew that I had to make him a trade that he'd be stupid to refuse. Yeah, that's what you have to do with some of these trades. Like, you have to give him.
You want your guy.
You find that point where they go, God, if I don't take this, I'm an idiot, and that's what you did with him, because you saw it too how he took that trade and then he was offending me, saying I probably should have got more for him because he likes him too.
Yeah.
So everyone has different mindsets on this stuff.
Yeah, it was good. It was entertaining. A little few seconds there. For sure.
I thought so too.
I love fantasy football though. I love the trading. A lot of people don't like trading. It is tough though. Like, you do get attached to some guys and you're like, I feel like I can get more. I'm trying to, I'm in rebuild mode in our dynasty league. So, because my team's garbage, but I have a ton of picks coming up these next couple years. And I'm trying to get some assets here. Hopefully get them, help out the other guys in the regular. If someone needs a receiver and I got like Adam Thielen's having a good year, like, I'll take a draft pick. Like, that's what I'm trying to do.
You got a lot of picks coming up.
Yeah. I think I'm going to be kind of relevant. We'll see. Because I got my only issue is my running backs are like all backups. So,
I like Montgomery a lot though. I like Montgomery. I think Warren's a talent.
He steals a ton of goal line touchdowns. So.
Oh yeah, and you got Thielen too, Deontay Johnson. You got two Panthers. You're ready to rock, dude. What are we talking about?
Big Panthers fan though.
No, but Dalton Kincaid though. I mean, he should. Yeah. I mean, like, especially with Diggs leaving. I mean, I think that there's a lot of talk about him stepping it up this year. So
a lot of targets going his way.
Yeah, dude, for sure. And Jaden Daniels. I like Jaden Daniels.
I got. Who's the receiver I'm trying to trade everybody right now?
Ridley.
Oh, yeah, Calvin Ridley.
Resting on your bench.
And I just traded for, what's his name? The Buffalo Bills #1 receiver, Kurt Samuel, probably #2 maybe. I think he's their #1 right now, right? Because the Keon Coleman, is he really going to be their #1?
I want him to be. I traded for my other league. But, yeah, he's 1, maybe 2, I would say. Samuel's not bad. He was solid. I mean, he was decent with the Commanders. What am I doing there? I don't want to get But
maybe J.K. Dobbins will come back for me too, and have like that's a guy that I could deal.
Forgot about him
coming up. Like especially if he looks like halfway decent in the middle of the season.
Yeah.
Right before the trade deadline. I mean, if I'm in it though, I'm not being dealing anybody. You know, I might because I got draft picks. I might be trying to get guys. So
hell yeah, dude. That's half the fun.
Because the point of this is to win it, not just like.
Darn right.
Like the one dude's team, that's definitely gonna be the worst team. Like I don't know, is anybody good? But
yeah,
that's kind of how the dynasty works. So he has a ton of first round picks. So he definitely gave up a lot of guys to get those. So I love dynasty. I love regular drafts. I love the keeper. You good with those keeper rules in our new keeper league?
Oh yeah, I'll make it work.
Yeah,
I'm not worried about it.
We can improve on them throughout the years as well. So
yeah, I'm not worried about it. I think
some people say like 3 is the sweet spot for amount of keepers, and then you can do like an increase every year, like a $5. If you keep somebody for $40, you have to keep them for $45 or some stuff like that too. Mm-hmm. There's all kinds of rules, but we'll see.
I think it'll be just fine. I think that the rules you laid out will be okay. I'm not too worried about it.
Well, I can tell we're all both getting tired. Got anything else to talk about?
No.
Is it time?
I think it's time.
Last 2 packs of these, Trent. Last 2 NFL
Who's that beautiful
packs.
guy in the front?
That'd be Aaron, your daddy
Aaron
Rodgers.
flipping Rodgers. Didn't some b-hole want Rodgers for Wilson that might even be the starting quarterback this year? Piss off, Brian.
Wilson's going to be the starting quarterback, okay?
I don't know if he's going to be. I don't know, dude. Like, I don't know. I do not know.
There's no way they're not going to start Wilson. Justin Fields sucks. I'm telling you.
I think Fields might be taking over sometime this year. I just have a hunch.
Yeah, if Wilson sucks, but I don't think so.
I would try to.
I want the Vikings to get. I actually want the Vikings to trade for Wilson. If they're not going to start Wilson, I would take Russell Wilson. I'd start him over Sam Darnold.
I know. I hear you. I would try the same thing though if I were you. I would have. So it's okay.
You're not going to use Rodgers. I bet you use him the 1 week, the 1 bye week.
What if he just goes off? What if he just channels his
has a better year than
Rodgers? And I'm going to flip his ass.
Well,
I'm going to flip him.
That's
the
only reason.
Mahomes with him.
That's the only reason I can see you not trading. Yeah, trading Rodgers because you want to save him for trade bait for sure.
He's only 40.
All right. Last week we did pull that numbered card. What was it? We still got our Tariq Woolen. I read an article about Tariq that he's like even better this year.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot about him too. Yeah,
the value might increase on that card.
Save that baby
throughout the season.
That's right. Keep that one safe.
This is our numbered card. There's still an opportunity for more numbered cards, but this guy looked up and it was worth like 99 cents.
I'll take it.
That, and no one was buying it for 99 cents. So. But I'm gonna buy a little more expensive football cards, and there's some good chance of like pulling some. They look really cool too. I've been doing research and like watching some stuff for next week's. Well, they might not be here by next week. So.
Oh, you ordered them?
I'm going to, yeah.
Nice.
I have not ordered them yet, so. All right. Off the bat, we got an Andre Reed, Buffalo Bills.
Oh, that's cool. That's a cool one right there.
Hall of Famer, yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, another Hall of Famer, Luke Kuechly,
isn't it?
Kuechly, yeah.
You're a Panther still right now. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I know this shit.
Is Tony Romo going to be a Hall of Famer, you think, or no?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
he won me in my league that 1 year with you, the auction league. So I'm always a Romo fan.
Oh, here you go, Trent. Remember that trade I made you last year? That one bite me in the ass.
Was that Nico?
Collins,
yeah, hey, I thought it was a great trade. I loved it.
What did I get? What'd you give me for him?
I don't remember. Let me look it up here.
Was it
I always love looking up trade history. You saw me do it with Jason with the comment I made.
Here's my keeper in another
Nico
league.
Collins in a second for Russell Wilson and Madison.
Oh, that ain't that bad of a trade.
Nah, not horrible. I won.
You did win because Nico went off. But...
I know. Hope he does the same thing this year.
Oh, did I give you a second?
yeah.
Idiot. That was a dumb trade.
You give me Nico in a second. I thought it was great.
Idiot. But at that time, he wasn't, we didn't know.
Was it? Who's number 3? Chargers? Was that
Chargers?
I know who that was.
Oh, Christian Kirk.
Oh, Christian Kirk. Oh, never mind. I thought there was. Oh, never mind. I thought that was.
Look at this one. Old gunshot to the leg guy. Plaxico Burress.
He's on Fox Sports now. Do you know that radio?
Oh, really?
He has a show with
Lamar.
Lamar.
Oh, yeah, I did hear him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Another Steeler, Heinz Ward. All these cards are like old guys.
That is cool. These are the good cars. F these new guys.
I don't think we had one new guy, did we? Oh, Michael Pittman, I saw.
Oh, Pittman was in there.
We got a rookie card here. Rookie card. I don't know who this is. Kobe Turner, Los Angeles Rams. Ever heard of him?
No.
Nope. No idea. Wait, does it say anything?
Is he Penn State, though, it looks like? Is that Penn State?
I think I see a logo on the side of the helmet there.
Huh. Okay.
Wake Forest.
Oh, Wake Forest.
Dorian. Oh, a shiny card, huh? Dorian Williams. Is that a rookie? Oh, he might be good.
I don't know who the hell it is.
Bill's safety, it looks like. Or
All right.
that might be worth something. A little rookie shiny action here. We'll take a look at that one. Dorian Williams. It sounds familiar.
It does.
And our insert card, Cooper Cup. These aren't worth anything, so unless it's like holograph.
So cool though.
So I don't know. Let's check this Dorian Williams. Might have had a good year last year for the Bills and a rookie. Next pack, last pack. So for a big one here. Big one. Boomer Esiason off the bat.
Oh, cool. There we go.
Kyle Pitts. Everybody loves Kyle Pitts.
I like Pitts. I tried to make a move for him yesterday.
Really? Donovan People-Jones, Cleveland Browns. I think he plays for the Lions now. Oh, here's a boy.
There we go, baby.
Quan Walker, Green Bay. Oh, wrong Houston Texan, David Mills.
Good old Mills.
So I think this is CJ Stroud rookie card. That's what we really want. Richard Sherman.
I like it.
Old school. Trey Lance. Wow.
Yeah, that's a bummer. They're still doing fine. It's crazy how they're still doing fine after that trade.
Yeah. Debo.
Yeah, that's a fun one.
Ooh, rookie card here. Cedric Tillman. I think I traded for him in our dynasty draft, and I cut him. I think I just wanted the draft pick, and he just tossed him in.
Nothing wrong with that.
Tyler Lockett. Oh, holograph. Tyler Lockett.
Like that.
Cool. Probably worth nothing. And Josh Allen, extra point.
That's some cool cards. I like those.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we got our two big hitters, though, the numbered card and that autograph card. That was cool. I don't know if it was worth it at the end of the day. But I did like that autograph for sure. That was cool.
I thought that was really sweet, dude. I thought that was really cool. I like that one.
Yeah. The next one look really cool too. So, but all right, we should get to bed here and get ready. Do some show prep for next week. Live draft.
That's right. Live draft 8:30. Huh?
Yeah, 8:15 draft time. But we should probably start the show maybe like 15 minutes before.
Start at 8 again.
Normal time. Yeah.
Per the usual.
Yeah,
let's do it.
And then we'll just go from there. Talk some Twins real quick, and then we'll go into football and fantasy draft, and we'll do our fantasy draft so everybody can see, and it'll be really boring for everybody except for
it'll be really boring, but we're gonna have a great time. We're gonna have a great time. No one else matters. This show's for us.
It is. We're selfish like that. It was good. Good talking with you. I'll get ready for the outro here in a second. Sorry. All right. Make sure to like, follow, and subscribe to us out on all of our
Tell your
YouTube.
Friends.
Yeah. Facebook. We're getting up there. 205 now, I saw.
205, baby.
I think our Instagram's up to like 60 something, almost 70.
We're
Like
climbing. That. We're getting up there.
It's a lot of people if you think about it.
I can't even count that high. I love it. Good show.
All right. Yeah. We'll see you. Have a good night, everyone. And you too, Trent.
You too. Thanks.
Thank you for listening to another brilliant and captivating episode of the Northern Border Banter Podcast. A Trent and Brant production. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Northern Border Banter Podcast. Watch and listen to us on YouTube, Spotify, Amazon Music, and Apple Podcasts. Thank you all for your support. We appreciate every one of you.